Chinese architecture in the way they arrange the houses with 3 different sections, from lower to higher. And we are looking at the front section. The places here, both sides, that is Chinese layer. On the right side is the dragon. Dragon represents for the power of the king. On the left, the phoenix with hands or pen, and book represent for knowledge. And all the material to make this building mostly come from China, because here the terrace around here made from limestone, quite soft to colors. So they have to bring all of this stone here for the worker to color the stair and to make the wood. Let's go in there. We can see some detail about the wood carving and the Bible. And in here the water worked here horizontal like this, because they want to make sure when you step in you have to bow the head, because you have to look down. You bow the head meaning respect for the king. Look, this door is very Chinese. Waiting room. Because everybody before to meet the king, they have to stay here for his servant to inform him before you can meet him. And in these places, you can see the family tree. And because of the relation between the men and the women, so the women does not mention about the family tree, just men. Here and the height. The height is more important. The king is walking and staying in here, and both sides here have a 2 defense tower, and all access he keep it underground. So with Chinese designs, the section of the building always have a skylight to take the light to each room, and of course, men and women cannot touch before they get married. They want to touch room. So men stay upstairs, women stay downstairs. And because of the reason between the right of the women, men stay up, women stay down. Thousand inside the super coin in that time, exchange nowadays nearly approximately $7 million. It's quite expensive, and there's a legend about the building, why it costs so much money. Because they say that they used the money, the super core, to crush on this, to make it smooth like this, and turn the color from gray to brown. And the brown color represents for the color of the poppy. When it turned to brown, it means red need to be cut to take the accent. So he wants to make it real, look similar with the poppy. And it's spent 900 inside the silver core in each of this. So it's about 1 billion Vietnam dong nowadays. And the whole building is have a few bunch of this.
Bring one to home.
I take this home.
Yeah, that it costs some, in the most crowded towns, this building could be served with nearly 100 people working and living at the same time. And the local people, Hmong, they have one traditional custom to welcome the new year following lunar calendar, follow Chinese calendar, but always earlier than the other places. Or the other tried 1 month. So in that month they start killing the pigs, all the villagers, from house to houses. And as more people come to and help to prepare the party. That's like a whole party of the village. So they often take some pork belly and salt it and hang it on the stove to make it salt meat, smoked meat. Because sometimes, or nowadays, it's rare to see local people go to the market and sell anything at the market when they have a vacation, the holiday, or the traditional Tet. the Lunar New Year. So, vegetable all the way in the garden. Just take some smoked meat down with hot water, wash it to get it all the smoke smell, and then slice into pieces, stir fry it with some spice, like for example, like some garlic or something you want to make it smells better. And you just pick some vegetable. It's very simple. That is one meal.
Okay.
So, and when the New Year come, in the main day, they don't go to celebrate or don't cheers for the New Year like some kind of the other tribes. They go to the party, they go to the festival because they have a lot of activity. So maybe they open a festival on the big field with a lot of sport game to connect the people. And from their places, the men use one instrument, local instrument, one traditional. We call it can, with a lot of hole on the pipe.
Okay.
And the men play dancing to attract more people. Sometimes attract some girl because they always want to date. Because in the summer, in the spring, people think that is a good time for dating of the animal, like the bird, fight the other bird. The people that do the same thing. So after the death, that's a good time because everybody prepare for the new crop and pre-plan it already. So they have more time to be together. So that's a good time to find another partner. Because they put the ancestor altar here. And of course the guys, the middle, that's the king. And in here, we offering them food, fruit. But the special thing is the Hmong people, they don't have an ancestor jars to put incense in. Some local houses just pluck the incense into the wool. Here you see they have a incense jars here. It's 3. And the ancestor altar, the Hmong people is the way that is their paper, the yellow one at the middle. And they are the colorful of the paper over there, just to get lucky. Because they think every object have its own soul. So they want to get luck in the new year, and the red color is mean lucky. So that's why they have a red piece of cloth at the main door, and they pin them by this coin. They want to have a lot of money, wealthy. And in our culture, the first day and the 15th day in the lunar calendar, that is a special day to offering the food and everything for our dead people. So that's why you guys see a lot of money and brand here. But the real money to go into the Denison box, and someone take it out and buy some more food and take care for them in here. But we just burn the fake money because we believe in an afterlife. The people after died, they still living and using a lot of things, need money to exchange. So we start burning the fake money. Yeah. And do you know, after you die, I think you don't do anything. Just make a dream for the family here. What do you need? And they burn all things for use. Cars, houses, cell phone, everything. Clothing. With a lot of the fancy brand. And do you notice about the feather of that? At the end of the year, they bring here one rooster. They make a year-end party here with a mill. Kill the rooster alive, take some blood with a feather and stick it on there. It means 1 year. So we can count. Maybe some feather dropped down already, but we still can see some blood bruise up there. maybe 4 or 5 years passed already. But that's one bad things I don't like, because Vietnamese people burn a lot of foreign stuff, like horses, fake, and everything make it look very real and big. When you come to see some temple or pagoda, saw a lot of people prayer, they pray and then burn a lot. I think that is one of the correct way, because if you don't do anything wrong, you don't have to do that.
But don't they burn it for their ancestors?
No,
No,
for the
themselves.
god.
Ah, for the god. Ah, oh, okay.
Because the difference thing between the temple and the pagoda is the temple just for the Buddhists. Pagoda for the real people, have some contribution to the country, protect or something. And then after he died, people remember him, and they make a small pagoda to offering him to show their gratitude. That's it. So they become the legend hero.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
That is the difference between the temple and pagoda in Vietnam. His son, the state. After he died, there's no king anymore, because he's quite old. Since when our August evolution succeed, Ho Chi Minh, our president, sent his officer to come here to ask the kings to join his army.
Yeah.
But the king's too old and got sick, so he sent his first son to go to Hanoi.
Oh.
Yeah, and his first son after that become to the first delegate of our government. We have a series by series.
It's a king office.
And after he shoot the deal with some of the partner or VIP man, he will sit here, command to his servant to take the water out there in that water tank made from one rock, big rock. They have to dig it to make that water saver.
Yeah.
And in the past, water is very rare here. To take the water, maybe they have to go quite far by horses to transfer this from water fountain. So water in the past, no pollution. It's not nowadays. A lot of industrial zone, a lot of vehicle, clean and clear. So he prefer to use that kind of water from rain. So take some water from there to make tea in here. They have this fireplaces to cook the tea, and this is a day bed. In the pot they have a mattress and a pillow, and they have one smoking tube to smoke the opium. That is good. That is good things. That's not a good way, sorry. That's a good way to shoot the deal together and get high. That's. It's like when you do your business. For example, you can't shoot a deal. Just go to party first, drink a bit, and maybe you feel easy, and you make a sign. After that, sometimes we do it.
You usually go drinking after the deal's done, right? At least in Germany, I feel like you go drinking after his.
It is king betting.
Please do not use the furniture.
Just touch. I don't use this. Use this, it means I have to fire, right?
Jetzt so drin.
Well, they removed the triggers anyway, so.
You can go upstairs.
Yeah, let's go.
But you should bring the guns to here to protect the area.
Little hidden place.
Not for the Felix.
That's small warriors. I see.
Oh.
Just the third branch stay here, and they are living at the front of this building. Actually, the family still conflicting with the local government about owning this building, because before they just donate it, they don't give away. But the local government make the red paper. I mean the property belong to them. And now they bring to the court. The family bring them to the court, and they take the family the whole building back to rent. And now they start fighting about sharing the profits from selling the ticket.
Yeah.
And this building start making in 1990, completely in 1928. But in some of the documentary, they said at the time that they're making this building different. So we are not sure which year. But this building almost 100 years already. History, it is said that in 1900, and then had to fight for 9 years to take control of this area. But the king, before that, is not king. He's a leader of the clan. He grouped everybody together and fight to protect the homeland. During 9 years fighting, they become the loser because they're weaker. French built a lot of weapons and a lot of support. But they still fighting for 4 years more before they sit together and make agreement between the Hmong people and the French people. Because French recognize they cannot exploit anything in this area if they keep fighting. So get the land back. And inside the agreement and the contract, local people have to grow the opium and sell it to the French. But besides that, the king, he still have another buyer, Chinese people. So they have a competitor. He raised the price up and got a lot of money. So I think from selling the opium, take a lot of money, and he start building this. That's why he made a lot of poppy
flowers.
Yeah. To remember all the money come from where.